Hello, everybody. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are. You're welcome. Yes, before we start, maybe somebody could kindly give me feedback if you can hear me and if you can see the PowerPoint presentation. Haribol, Dr. Rakesh. So I just have to check here the PowerPoint. So everything, Dr. Rakesh, everything is good. Can you see the disclaimer? The disclaimer should be on the main screen and you should be able to hear me well. So maybe, feedback on from the tech side, that would be really kind so that I know it's good to start. Okay, looks good. Okay, then again, welcome. So first of all, I have to inform you that normally Michael, my dear friend and colleague, was supposed to hold the webinar about holistic well-being with frequencies, with specific frequencies, but he is right now in need of the specific frequencies. So actually he's right now, he makes the frequency application because he has some problem here. So it's very difficult for him to move and even to breathe. He had a little problem yesterday. Today is better after some Magmakin applications. Actually became quite better. So, but still he's not able to do the webinar. So I'm sorry, today you have to tolerate me for that presentation, but I will do my best to give you as much information as possible on the topic about specific microcurrent frequencies in the different areas we have in our time wave of frequency machine. It's actually very interesting, the different categories, different kind of applications, like an example, like there are different pain programs on 3 different levels. You have the program section, which is more from the classical traditional medicine area, and something from the holistic area, and something some programs for that category from the Magmakin area. So, but the main focus today will be the holistic approach, and we do I want to show you the Magmakin application. What is the core or the principle of that application, and also in the software, I want to show you practically how you create a specific program, because this is an interesting information in the beginning. Our time wave of frequency is an open system. If you are in the holistic systemic area, then you can add frequencies and you can create your own protocols. And this is also a very unique feature many of our users are very happy with, because like you can add frequencies, you can create your own protocols. And maybe you heard about the Healy, the small device. With that big frequency machine, you can create programs, protocols for the small Healy device or for the Mac Healy device. Respectively, with the systemic application, you can send to the Pink Healy app protocols, and with the Magmakin application or Magmakin module, you can create programs and also send to the Mac Healy. So there's a good connection, and this is like the mother system, which has many frequencies, many databases, around 80,000 plus the Magmakin area. You have in our wellness edition of time wave of frequency. So this is a huge system, but still it's open to integrate your own frequency. For example, you don't find any frequency, you can integrate it. So this is also a nice feature. And actually I wanted to tell you that because what I wanted to do today is to create such a program. And by creating such a program in the software, show you practically for those of you who are interested how to do this, but to get a deeper, a better understanding. I'm sorry, I'm not sharing the screen. My God, you have to see my full. I'm so sorry. Yes. Okay, now you should be able to also see the screen. Oh, then you didn't read the disclaimer. Now I have to go back to be a very, how you say, yeah, we have to do it. You have to read the disclaimer. Actually, I had the disclaimer before, and I was hoping that you read it. So, but now I have to still leave it on for some seconds. And then we will do, but the beginning will be a little PowerPoint. So I have the PowerPoint open, a little bit about the history, because this is an informational webinar, but still also we want to go to the main principle that you can understand it. And for those who have maybe already the system, can apply it, or how to create a protocol, and if you don't know already. But that's what we will do today. This is our topic, time over frequency. We have protocols. I think we make one protocol about sleep wellness and about stress management from the Magmakin area. And I also want to show you the holistic area. So please understand there. If you have our time over frequency machine system, if you buy it, if you purchase it, then you have different categories or different frequency schools. Like the traditional school is one program section. We don't want to dive too deep. I just show you quickly. But the holistic, like the systemic area, where the information field plays a big role, and then the specific frequency application from Dr. Magmakin. So I want to give a little introduction to refresh a little bit our memory about the history, about the frequency application. What is the key advantage? Why is it good for? Where is it applied? Just shortly. Mainly, I want to do this, what I mentioned, was creating a program in the Magmakin area, and that should be the main practical part. We will switch to the software, and then at the end of the presentation, I will check the chat. If you have any questions or comments or anything you want to share. Okay, let's do like this. So time over frequency Magmakin. Not time over frequency Magmakin. Our time over frequency device, time over generally is not only the time over frequency or the microcurrent application. So what is the main part about time over? The technology Marco Schmieke was developing and researching was this information field technology. Because if we have our time over frequency device, I mentioned the information field plays a big role. That means the holistic approach, we understand that we are not only matter, the physical, but also there is energy, information, consciousness, and this is also a big part we have to integrate in our application. So that's why we have time over frequency microcurrent application connected with the information field technology. And you see here on the information field technology, and this system is around already since 2008, made in Germany. And these are the two main categories. The two main categories, like I repeat it again, the Magmakin school and we call it IMF, the individualized microcurrent frequencies. So a little bit about the difference. One key difference is Magmakin is very specific. So you have a very specific frequency, for example, for the liver. And then you apply it. And the individualized, it's a little bit more broad, because the approach in that area is also the energy and the informational part of the story of a specific client. You want to support you want to. So it addresses a broader range. For example, if you want to support it on, we mentioned liver, so you have like a bigger range of frequencies. And out of this bigger range of frequencies which support or normalize the liver function or harmonize the liver function, it analyzes over this energy resonance or quantum connection, which is the best frequency. So both ways they actually work very well together. You can combine them. So, but one is more a holistic approach, and more is more a specific approach, more for the physical, for the physical area. From Dr. Magmakin. I will show you some examples later on. I will show you also about Magmakin, about the very wonderful books she wrote, pain management, the resonance effect. So, but the key difference is like TimeEffer IMF frequency application uses this individualized analysis, like in real time. It analyzes and finds a frequency by also recognizing, hey, there's an energy, and there's not only the pain, there's something more behind, maybe there's another, it's more like it analyzes the whole energy of a specific situation, and it always adjusts in real time to the energy of the client. So this is also very interesting, whereas Magmakin focus, okay, one specific frequency for the liver. So I like the combination, and that's why we have call it here a 2-in-1 device. So we have this a combination. You not only have all the Magmakin protocols, you have all the Magmakin tools you get. Magmakin tools is more or less a big frequency list where you can find what is the specific frequency. Then you can integrate it in the software, create a protocol. That's what we will do today. Yeah, you have also the more holistic, the informational part, like the deeper part of our existence, which are also addressed. So, and this is the main goal we wanted to achieve, like a combination, and this is what we have here, a combination of two different approaches. Yeah. So here the user frequency was already researched in the early 90s, USA, UK, German, used by thousands of doctors and therapists until this PowerPoint, the slide of the PowerPoint speaks until 1934. So it's now it's over 100 years before. No, it was since the early 90s, more than 100 years. There was already some research and some frequency applications. So, and if the medical and pharmaceutical industry declared the use of frequencies to be ineffective, yeah, they had like a belief that it's better to take only the chemicals. Chemicals are good. Chemicals, no problems with chemicals. No, I'm sorry, I'm joking. So, but I think both have their place. So it should be always a holistic approach. Everything has its place. There are different levels and everything has its place, but we should not like fight the other one. Let's, in my opinion, useless. And we find the strong parts of each different level. But around 1934, if we believe the PowerPoint here, there was a little politics against the application of that specific frequency microcurrent application. So, and so on. And also homeopathy. And this is like, nowadays it's becoming more and more alive. I'm now in TimeEffer since 2011. And what I observe, it's so many more people are open to energy, frequency, and vibration. It's very nice, very inspiring about consciousness, about the mind connected to our physical areas of life. So our energy reflects into our outside life, mind over matter. And so many nice research is going on. So it's coming back like pretty good, I think. So, but there was a point of time. Anyway, this is just a side story, but the point was, it's nothing new. So it's nothing new. Every user was persecuted and lost their license. Oh, that's too much. Okay, I'm sorry. This is, I mean, you can have your opinion, but you don't especially because if you now look at that microkernel application, it's very little side effects. So what are the contraindications? So you cannot use it with pregnant women. Some epilepsy was in the past, so don't use it. Or you have a pacemaker. Otherwise, there are very little side effects if you follow the rules. Drink a lot of water, don't overdo it. Just listen to your body. Don't do it extensively. Make breaks, enough breaks. So there are very little side effects. So it means there's no big harm can happen. Only a potential benefit can happen. So, yeah. Anyway, so a little bit about the history. So, but there are not for sure there are research and studies about how the microcurrent applies in a specific range from 220 microampere to 500 microampere, and the main thing is supports the ATP production. ATP production gives energy. Energy is needed for all the different processes in our cell, in our system, in our tissues, organs, whatever. So we boost this with the microcurrent application in that specific range. So this is a little bit about some study, the protein synthesis, the amino acid transport, and so on is the positive benefit we see here, or the general microcurrent application. Yeah. The frequencies speak the language of the body, harmonize imbalances in the bioenergetic field. So there are two researchers, Dr. Robert Becker and Björn Nordström, that speak that the space around the cell has a specific voltage, cell membrane voltage around minus 70 millivolt. If the system is too acidic, too much too much. If you have too much stress from inside or outside, toxins, then the cell membrane voltage cannot keep it. It's natural, or the ideal area around minus 70 millivolt, and then it decreases, and so the cell ages, and around this decrease of this voltage, then different diseases start to appear. So there was nice research from Dr. Robert Becker and Björn Nordström. The cell membrane tension is often associated with a decline in health. So yeah, if this space, yeah. So and what the frequency application is actually what we are aiming to do is to reverse that process. So with the negative effect outside, inside, so we give the right frequency, give to the right cell, which the information and the energy to the cell to reverse that process and come to the natural or normal well state. So, yeah. We go a little bit further, otherwise we talk too much. Client's information field, time of frequency information field. This is, I mentioned already, in our time of a frequency machine, we not only have the physical frequency, but we also have a level, like in our big time of a pro machine, where you directly work in the information quantum field and address that part of a situation. So you have different levels, how you support the client, not only on the physical level with the specific frequency, but also the energy and the informational part you can address with specific databases from the consciousness area, spiritual, karmic, mental, emotional, and energetic area. So this is the time of a technology, how you connect to that field. This is the machine has a specific vibration pattern, electron noise electron generator, which you have a random movement of electrons. But if you entangle a specific energy to that electrons, then the electrons inside the time wafer, they match the energy of a client. They call this quantum entanglement, the quantum research. So of this quantum entanglement, you have a connection to the energy of the client, and then you compare what frequency matches the energy of the client, and then in real time you apply it. So this is the technology Markus Schmieke, time wafer technology Markus Schmieke was researching actually now since 1990. This is already 34 years. And this you have in the time wafer pro and also in the time of a frequency. So you have that information level, you have that technology, and this technology is applied in the time of a frequency in the systemic area. Systemic area, we also want to, I think that's a little bit the first part. We want to look at the systemic wellness application. So this is our Dr. Carolyn Magmakin. Now we switch. This is the second part of the school. Now we have a little bit the informational part, the resonance part. We mentioned, we've shown a little bit the hardware, but then you have in the software, you see systemic, and then you see Magmakin, and Magmakin is chiropractor, an international recognized expert in frequency-specific microcurrent. She developed FSM based on historical frequency lists from the 1920s. So she found a machine, I think secondhand somewhere. You can read it in the book if you're interested in that story. And she was exercising since many years now, since over 30 years, I think. Since 95. 95 is 30 years, 31 years, 29 years. She was doing research on specific frequency with that specific list. She updated the list. She created many protocols in her study, in her research in that 30 years. And this is what you all get in the time of a frequency Magmakin system. So you have like in the software, you have the two parts, the informational part and then the Magmakin part. Let's focus on that two parts. And the Magmakin, you have 120 protocols and you get a list, and then you can create your own protocols. And for sure, I have to mention, everybody who gets a system gets a training from Dr. Magmakin. You get a complete video series, the core training. This is a 5-day seminar which you can watch in the academy, and then you will learn more about how she sings and how she applies that frequency. We just touch it. Now briefly to give you the direction. But really, if you're interested in the topic, read the books, you can buy it on Amazon, and you can read little bit more about it. She specifically wrote also about pain management. You see here, frequency-specific microcurrent in pain management. This is also a big application. One of the other big applications we have is sports, wellness. We do today wellness and sleep. We do stress and sleep, just to give you an understanding of the core principle. But the biggest part you see, you have in pain management, you have in sports, like you boost the performance, or the injuries, you reduce the time of that an injury gets better, for example. Dr. Carolyn Magmakin. And now, please listen, there is another difference. It's not only to the informational part. The informational part analyzes in real time what the client needs according to his energy now for a specific area, the area like liver. We mentioned that example. But in the Magmakin application, it's specific for the liver, but also there's another very important key difference what FSM is doing. And FSM, frequency specific microcurrent application, is using two frequencies at the same time. So not only one frequency, two frequencies at the same time. For example, you want a detox, then you have something for detox and for the condition and for the tissue. For example, the liver. And for the condition detox, then you have something for detox. So it's a specific frequency Magmakin application uses two frequencies at the same time. So please, this is the key difference. And I will show you now shortly. I'm finished with this introduction. I want to show you this practically, and then I think you will understand it. Good, I hope so. Practical applications. FSM has shown clinical successes worldwide from sports to chronic pain relief. So what we have here, this is, so if you're interested in a little bit about the study, the case studies or then we have a little folder. If you can you can write sales@timemethod.com. Just drop me an email, write me an email, and I can send you more about the studies. You check it out. I don't want to mention too much now because I want to go into practical software. But here, this was her breakthrough. She got famous 2004. No, not 2004. A famous sportsman in the USA who was like this football player, whatever this is, football or rugby. I don't know. I think football. Terrell Owens, he had like, there was the Super Bowl. Super Bowl is like the Champions League. Champions League, everybody knows. Super Bowl, probably nobody knows in Germany, but it's not so famous. But we have Champions League. So there was a famous player, one of the famous, biggest player, like in the Champions League, could not play the Champions League final, and Dr. Magmakin, she made him ready to play the final. So this was like, everybody was amazed how frequency specific could help Terrell Owens, the Super Bowl player in the US 2004. So this is one of her, this is always mentioned. You can also Google it. And she also speaks about it in detail. There are videos probably on YouTube where she speaks about that specific case. But this was a big thing. This was really a big thing. She helped him, and many more different success stories. She hears about wound healing. She has. I mean, I was also in her seminars, and directly in her live seminars, she was treating clients and with chronic back pain, even when she had this very good method how she applied that frequency protocol with a little movement of the shoulder, and she really, really amazing success. And yeah. The seminar I mentioned, you get in the video, you can watch it in the training videos. If you get the system, if you purchase the system, you get such a seminar. You don't have to go physically there, but it's very much recommended. She comes to Europe, like I think once a year. It was, I think once a year now, maybe sometimes Italy, UK, or I think Poland. She was Germany. It's always, but somewhere she is. It's very to meet her, to get to the training. But you get the training in how to say in videos. So in the videos, you see how she treats clients in real time and how she explains the frequency, how she explains the whole protocol. So it is very interesting. So yeah. Just to mention, now I think we go to the PowerPoint. And I think because we just now were speaking about the Magmakin, let me show you now how to create such a wellness protocol in the Magmakin system. Okay, let's do like this. So please wait a second. So we have that. Then what we do? Here's the frequency machine. This is not the frequency machine. This is the software. Please see here. I'll give you a short overview of the software. This is our timer for frequency software. You have here, the first area is the client management, like you connect the client. Then you have your database, your system database. This is 64,000 frequencies. Then you have your connection to the timer for home. You have a connection to the Healy. Like I mentioned, you can use those 60,000 frequencies, create protocols, send it to the Healy, or you can use the Magmakin protocols and send it to the Healy, to the Mac Healy. So you have a connection to the home and to the Healys. So this is the program application. Program application is from the classical area. Then you have some spinal application. So spinal application where you over the spine, you have different areas which are connected to specific conditions, and then you apply the frequency and support that specific conditions. Yeah, you have here automation. Automation is the section in the software where you have already programs ready-made. So you have here immune system program, kidney program, knee program, liver program. You have for all the meridians, you have a program. And here you have the user area, which we will go later. User area is where you can create your own programs. Like you have access to that database, and then you select different frequencies, create a program in a specific way. I will show you later, but we want to start with the Magmakin. Okay, so you have the automation. Then you have the systemic application. Systemic application has different steps. That means you don't get only the database of so many frequencies, but you also get a holistic way and a holistic protocol how you effectively use those frequencies in your application with the clients. So it's not just you click on the frequency or you click on the folder, in our example liver, and then you just analyze. So there's a specific way how you apply them systematically. So there's a protocol. This protocol is the next part. We start with the Magmakin protocol. So this is the holistic section, or called systemic application. And then you have the Magmakin part. The Magmakin part is very interesting. I like it very much. Basically, the Magmakin parts contains ready-made programs. For example, you have here the defense, immune system. Immune system. Oh my God, too much talking. Yes. So, and such a protocol. It's ready-made. Ready-made means you can start and run it. The first thing what you have to check is how you apply the electrodes. I have to say something to the electrodes. The electrodes she uses mainly are wet towels. She uses towels. On the wet towels, soaked ideally in warm salt water, you apply the cables. There are crocodile klemmen. The crocodile, I don't have it here. Crocodile clips. Crocodile clips you connect to the towels, and then you put the towels on a different area. So place electrodes on the back plus and the abdomen minus. So you have like two cables coming out of the frequency machine, like we call the two areas, like where you put two cables, you have the channel A and you have channel B. And each channel has plus and minus. Channel A minus and channel B minus. Channel A minus and channel B minus you connect here, like it's cross. And then channel A plus and channel B plus you connect there. So anyway, you have the cables, there is everything written, it's not complicated, you just connect it. And then you can start the program. But if you start the program, you have to take attention. 81 hertz, do not use this frequency, 81 hertz and 116 hertz. Do not use this frequency combination on clients with autoimmune disease. Other frequency combinations may be used, but not this one. So you have a little bit, you have to be cautious what frequency combinations. Mostly it's written, if you are and pain gets worse, that means that then there must be an inflammation. Please go first, before you continue, to the inflammation or the infection protocol. So then like this, if pain increases, 40 hertz, then you go to that protocol. That's what mainly comes. Anyway, something you have to pay attention, but you accept and continue. And then you see already the protocol. The protocol I mentioned, you have the channel A, channel B frequencies, two frequencies at the same time. And then the program goes maybe 1 hour, maybe like 45 minutes, 1 hour. This depends a little bit. You run the protocol, and how you run the protocol, there are a little bit more details in the training. So if you get the device, she sometimes sits with the client, she's touching the client at a specific frequency combination. Maybe there's a reaction that the muscle gets more stiff or more loose, and accordingly she either stays with a frequency, means stays, that she applies it longer. Normally you see here it's the duration of the frequency is 1 minute, but maybe if it's maybe a little longer. So this details you see in the training. I just want to mention it briefly. So please look, you have here the system, so many different programs for the kidney, for the heart, for the gallbladder. So these are all the ready-made protocols. But like I mentioned, if you have the Magmakin system, you get also a list of frequencies, and now you can be creative. you can be creative. That means you can create your own protocol because, like I mentioned, time wafer on all the different levels is you can be creative. And you can use your own frequency combinations. So, and this is, I want to show you. Today's topic was about the wellness application. And now I want to show you how we create what do we do? A stress program and a little bit a sleep program, okay? So I go scroll down to all the different programs, sport, woman, and I go to the user section. To the user section, I have already, no, I want to start from the beginning. I delete that. I have already a folder. It's called Webinar. And in the folder, I create a new protocol. I just give it a title. And now we go to the stress area. But for the stress area, we have a description, electrode placement. I prepared everything in the paper or in a small PowerPoint. So if you maybe like to have it, I can give it to you. But, oops, please switch back. That's the PowerPoint. We have here the FSM protocol for stress management. We just look briefly through it. This protocol balances channel A and channel B frequencies to reduce the nervous system inflammation. So we have frequencies to reduce the nervous system inflammation, address emotional tension and mental overload. We have activation of the parasympathetic relaxation and the hormonal and nervous system balance. So this is the key of our stress program, which we want to create. So here you see the frequencies you want to see later, but benefits, reduce stress, anxiety, promotes relaxation through. Okay, this is what I want. This is what I copy, and I go back to the software, and I go to the description, and I put it in my description, and then I want to go to this. Did I put here electrode placement? Electrode placement. I prepared everything. Otherwise, it would be too much. But you can get the PDF if you like to read it in detail. Electrode placement. So. But let's just look at the electrode placement. Plus on the neck, place plus, and the minus place on the lower back of feet. So neck and feet, lower back or feet, lower back or feet. Yeah, normally feet. You can put it around the feet or on the ankles maybe or something. And always very important for all the frequency application, pain, wellness. Always ensure good hydration before starting any microcurrent application. So I know many time with frequency users who give them 1 or maybe even 2 glasses water before, because you hydrated, the frequency gets transported more easily, or even if you apply, you push the system to rebalance, maybe some detox process is started. So water is very important, and that's why we always write it, or we don't always write it in the protocol, but this is an important information. Precautions, we don't have any precautions. 40 hertz, maybe we should write, but anyway, we skip that part now. I mentioned that 40 hertz frequency pain, if the pain gets bigger with 40 hertz. So normally this we should write here, but now go to the protocol, and then you see channel A and channel B. So now you have to fill all the different channels, and like we did our homework a little bit, we have the frequencies and their meanings for our stress protocol. We have the channel A condition, we have the 40 hertz. 40 hertz, it's for the inflammation in the nervous system. So we start with 40 hertz on channel A. The condition is 40 hertz. Apply. It's not difficult. And the tissue, condition and tissue, channel A, channel B, condition and tissue. Channel B, we have the activation of the parasympathetic nervous system, 709. So we just type 709, and then you see here the 709. And what else we have to do? The time. The time we normally 7 here, we have frequency pairing timing 7-8 minutes. So let's do it. We write the time. That's the next part. How long a specific protocol is running is maybe like how to say, yeah, sometimes more or less, but maybe 1 hour, 45 minutes. So we have now one frequency combination, sometimes only 2 minutes. But in that example, for our wellness application, we do it a little bit longer. So we type 8 minutes. So 8 minutes. And then the next setting, what we have to do is the meanings of the waveforms. You see here, you see the sharp, mild, and gentle. So let's just read the meanings. That the mild, gentle, acute injuries or sensitive patients. If there's acute injury or sensitive patients, then yeah, you can use this. The effect and the example, fresh, okay. The medium, we have suitable for most general applications, and sharp chronic complaints. So anyway, so we use now for our wellness application topic of today's webinar, we use the medium mild. No, what is gentle is the medium. Yeah, no, mild, medium, gentle, mild, oh, they're different. Okay, anyway. Okay, like this. We are ready. We have one part, and then we click on add. So you see here, now we have one frequency combination of our protocol. What makes sense? What did we do? So what did we add? We go back to the meaning. We have something for, yeah, the inflammation in the nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous. So condition and tissue together. So this is exactly the training. That's why it's important to watch the videos, what frequency combination makes sense. So once you get the training, actually it's important maybe to, so, and then you see all the combinations which make sense. You understand the way of thinking of Dr. Carolyn Magmakin, and then you can create such a protocol. And yeah, what is the next step is we have 970 addresses the emotional tension. So please remember, you get a list with frequencies and their meaning, or the meaning, so for their condition or for which tissue or for which area, liver or organ or whatever this is. So this is what you get. From that list, you have the different frequencies, and from that list you can then make your study, or you're the expert. You're the expert. You know the body, you know the system, you know what is put together, and like this you can create after the training then the protocol. So it makes sense now. 970 with 45, which is general to balance the entire nervous system. So this is what we have, and then again I forgot 907. My God. 970. I should do something for memory. 970. Oh, no, this is, you see in the search result, you see already some recommended combinations. For example, the loneliness male, you have 970 and 5. 979 is loss of harmony. And too much worry is 970 and 13. So anyway, but we have now 970, and B is, who remembers? 45, the general nervous system, and the time. Anyway, I just wanted to show you the principle. Like this, you get the list, you have the knowledge, you combine the frequencies, and you can create your own wellness protocol. So that wellness protocol, but we will finish it. So again, we do mild and we do 8 minutes. And then we click on add. And like this. Somebody's asking, do you have a program for vagal nerve dysfunction? Yes, I think I have vagus, for the vagus. I'm not so good in English, but I think that vagus nerve. Yes, I should have. If not, I can... Dear Patrick, can you maybe send me sales@timemethod.com an email, and I can send you, it looks like that you have the system already, I can look what I have and what I can give you, but there must be a protocol I have. So let's continue. Okay, what we have, the last combination. So we have, actually this is just a small wellness program for stress management. Now we have the enhances secretions such as melatonin for relaxation. 81 Hertz is for melatonin supports. It enhances the production and of melatonin, which is, everyone knows, good for relaxation. So we have the 81 Hertz, like you get the list, I repeat, and then we have the 10 Hertz targets the spinal cord to reduce the tension in the tissue. What was it? 10? I am 10 Hertz. No, it's not 10 Hertz. That's now embarrassing. No, it's 10. Yeah, here it is. And apply it again, 8 minutes, and then you click on add, and like this you can use the Magmakin system to create your own protocols. And again, actually the time is not enough, but I want to show what we created. We have create a, where is it? This is now sleep wellness protocol, reduces stress, anxiety for better sleep. So we have again, or maybe I mixed up the two PowerPoints. I have two PowerPoints open. But anyway, I think I showed you the main principle. If you're interested in the PowerPoint, then you get the detailed PowerPoint. So anyway. So again, the same principle. The channel A conditions and the channel B, the tissues. Then you have the specific frequency pairings, you have the electrode placement, and this is how you create such a specific program. So you have here, this is the main part of our stress frequencies we get from that list for the inflammation in the nervous system and something that harmonizes the nervous system. So you have that combination, condition and tissue, and this is like, this combination of channel A and channel B, condition and tissue, this is the main part of the Magmakin system. And what I actually showed you, I just wanted to explain you a little bit the main principle of how Magmakin works. So this is, if you get such a system, you don't need to do that. I showed to you what's inside of a protocol, because you get in the Magmakin protocol, you get 120 of such protocols, and you can just use something for the different areas which you see here, for the breast, uterus, woman care, heart, joint, and there's a pancreas. So you have that protocols actually ready-made, ready to run in the system. So it's not complicated to use, but you must take time to do the training to get a little bit deeper knowledge about the understanding, because then you can get much more out of it. This to say you can use it very easily in the beginning. It's not technically complicated, like I showed you, hopefully, but still the training is included in the purchase of Magmakin, or also the general holistic application. So now let's leave Magmakin. Now go to the second part, to the second school, where you have also the energy and informational part of a client is included in the frequency application. So what you get in that system, or in that part, in that school, is you get a big database of frequencies, which you can now use to, again, create your own programs. And again, you can just use ready-made programs. I showed you already a little bit from the automations. The automations you have here, exhaustion, fitness, gallbladder, heart, joint, kidney, liver, lymph, nerve, organ, recreation, sensitivity, skin, small intestines, and ready-made programs. So you have a big list which you can apply. Again, you get the system, you unpack it, you connect it, and you have the electrodes, you drink water, you connect the electrodes to the system, and then you click on bladder. We click on bladder and then start, and then you can run the system already. So, and then you can start immediately, and then you get training and you get a deeper understanding of the database, of the frequency, and about the main protocol, how such a program is created, or what are the elements which make a protocol effective. So, and I want to give you a little bit an overview about that holistic protocol, because it's not just like I mentioned, you have a database, and in the liver database, you analyze and find the frequency, which is matching the energy of the client. That's a part, but there's a more specific application how you create such a protocol. And maybe one of you knows the Healy, or the pink app in the Healy. And what I'm about to show you is how the 90% of the programs from Healy, they follow that specific approach, that specific protocol. Okay? So what is the first step of that specific protocol? We call it real time. Real time is like a preparation of the client to make him more sensitive for the later coming frequencies. Like you always do a protocol for a specific category, like wellness, sleep. So the main part will be the sleep frequencies. But before we go to the sleep frequencies, we do a preparation. Like I mentioned, we make it more sensitive. You prepare the client. The preparation, one part of the preparation is like you energize the client, and you apply frequencies which are maybe not related to the main category sleep, but to his general well-being, to what he generally needs, to his life story. So what is his energy? What is in his energy field prominent in the moment? What needs to be addressed in order to make the sleep frequencies, which we apply later on, more effective. So it's not like just a category and we do the sleep, but now what is in his energy field most prominent? What needs to be addressed to make this holistic approach as good, as effective as possible? And this we call real time. And in real time, you apply frequencies in a circle, or in a specific cycle. Like our system is, we have day, night cycles, different weeks, months, spring. There's always a specific cycle happening. So we are used to this. So in connection to that specific cycle, we go through in our life. So we want to do this also in a specific cycle. We apply one cycle 3 minutes, then the second again 3 minutes. You apply 3 times 3 minutes. So a specific cycle. So you have 3 minutes, you make a break, and then again 3 minute cycle, and then again a 3 minute cycle. So that's the idea. You can also do 9 minutes, but this is a little bit, I think, a very nice, interesting theory behind the cycle theory. But so you don't just do in the beginning 9 minutes, you do the cycle 3 times 3 minutes. And in real time, like I mentioned, what in the energy field of the client is prominent, what needs to be addressed to make the protocol as effective as possible. So we apply whatever comes. That means you apply you just type here the specific frequency range. We start with the more physical range, which goes from 1 hertz to 1000 hertz. So this is how we start. And out of that range, in that cycle of 3 times 3 minutes, we apply every 10 seconds a new frequency. So I put the range, I click on start. And now the current is running before you start the microcurrent program. What you have to do, you have to set the voltage in regards to the comfort of the client. So the client should feel the frequency, but not too much and not too little. So it should be comfortable, it should be relaxing, it should be a little bit energizing, a little bit tickling. So but not too much and not too little. And now you see here, every 10 seconds, you get a new frequency. What is prominent in the field now? What frequency is needed? We see this as an energy and not already as a physical manifestation. So there is a frequency connected to a physical manifestation, but now there's just a resonance to that specific energy. If it just one time, so it's not needed. There's not a meaning that this is already a physical manifested symptom. So anyway, we have this preparation, real time, 3 times 3 minutes. So this is what we do. Not now about the sleep category, so general. General in the physical range from 1 hertz to 1000 hertz. So this goes now for 3 minutes, then again 3 minutes, and then again 3 minutes. That's the first part of that holistic protocol. The next part of the protocol, it becomes a little bit more specific. So, and what is more specific, we call the resonance module, the protocol. Again, we stay in the same range from 1 to 1000. And what is the difference? Now we start in that range an analysis for the client, and we find the 3 best or most relevant or most resonant frequencies in that range for the client. And then we stay with those frequencies for as long they are needed. So it's not like every 10 seconds, a preparation and a new, what is now good. So now what are the 3 best? And these 3 best, we want to work with those 3 best till we get feedback from the field, from the energy field, that they are not needed anymore. I show you now. I start the analysis to get the 3 best frequencies. I have here the relevance and I can make the adjustments. So I have the 128, 185, 907, and now I click on apply. That means apply. We made the resonance analysis, and now again the client is lying as comfortable as possible in your chair, in your office. There's nice music, relaxing music. We have to create an atmosphere where it feels comfortable, where there is the least resistance in the system of a client. There's relaxing, a little bit like sleeping for children. Maybe you can a little bit make a movie or something, relaxing atmosphere where there is not much resistance in the system. So the client is lying like this, and now we apply those 3 frequencies. I click on start. And please look at this area, the middle area where my mouse is. It's called progress. Progress means now we analyze the progress of a frequency. There is a progress going from -100 till +100. -100 indicates that the frequency is very much needed and you have to continue with that frequency, and +100 means, you finished. You don't have to do it in the moment any longer. So now we do that as long till we get the notification from the software, from the system, that this frequency is now not longer needed anymore. So this is the resonance module. Resonance module, I repeat, you analyze from the physical first range, 1 to 1000 hertz, the 3 best frequencies, and you stay with them. You stay with them as long as they are needed. Normally, if it's a normal situation, it's 5 to 10 minutes. Then you see the progress 100. So Okay, that's that area. And then the next area is the imbalances. Imbalances is now the one, you could say, the main area. Why is the client coming to you? Oh, sleep. So now you choose out of the database something which supports the sleep. You have now a database, you have a search function. And again, in the search function, you search for specific indication, liver, detox, sleep, or whatever, or whatever is connected. What now, for example, supports the sleep. You can now analyze, and then again, you analyze out of that category. You analyze the 3 best frequencies. Again, like I showed you in relevance, in resonance, you stay with these 3 frequencies as long as it. So like you see, it's more unspecific in the real-time module, a preparation, then more specific, and even again more specific in the resonance module, and again more specific. Hello? Are you still there? Oh, there was something. I got a message that your internet got blocked. I don't know what happened. I hope you're still there. I'm sorry there was a little disturbance. Please forgive me. Okay. I just got a message. Your internet got disconnected. I'm so sorry for that. So anyway, let's finish this. You have in the last part, you have the imbalance module where you focus on the main category. And then you finish the protocol. Like again, we are in the holistic protocol. We started with real time on the physical range and resonance on the physical range. And now we finish the protocol with the higher frequency, which work more in the karmic, emotional, psychological level. And for that, we finish the protocol to make it whole, to say, we just switch the range from 15 kilohertz to the 20 megahertz, to 2 megahertz, not 20, 2 megahertz. And then we do the real time and the resonance. And like this, you finish a protocol. So there are 5 steps: resonance, real time, resonance on the physical area. Then you have the indication like sleep, the category. You analyze the 3 best frequencies you apply, and then you finish on the higher frequencies. And such a protocol you can hear under automations. You can create, like I showed you how to create a Magmakin protocol. You can create also here, and you can send it to the Pink app of the Healy or to the Mac Healy from the Magmakin area. So there's a good connection. You have a big range, and you get a good training how to apply that frequency in a holistic way. You have the IMF, the individualized microcurrency. Yeah. Application or the microcurrent application or the specific from the Magmakin area. So this system, the time wafer system, is not only the Magmakin, not only the energy information. You have a perfect, nice combination of these 2 areas where you can combine. So to ideally help your client, you have a big range of frequencies, and it's united in one system, in the time wafer frequency Magmakin system. Right now we have a good sale, so please check out our website if you want the sale information. Please know if you get a system, we have a support team which supports you how to create programs, how to run it. You have a training from the Magmakin area. So like mentioned, I think it's a very interesting system, very nice system. And the main, it's to like really holistically connect to the client. We are not only the matter, there's energy and information consciousness, and we have to address it to holistically on all levels help our clients. And that you have here in a way in one system. So if you have any questions, you can always write us sales@timewafer.com, and I will also look now to the chat if there's anything there. There will be a graph line to measure the impedance and the value. It helps guide the customer study and reading the value during the run program, how to read the value there. What you see, it's more or less how much of the current comes to the body and how strong the skin resistance is, So, and more or less you see here, if it's green, that means it's ideal. You don't have to look much. So you have here, that value is what comes into this, is how much gets absorbed, or that's that value, and this for sure related to the resistance. So, but you see here the flow is okay, don't worry about it. But you see is the skin resistance or the resistance too much? Then you have to make water on sometimes the water a little bit on the hand, or maybe you put the cream off the hand, maybe you have to wash it or something, or some they use a specific gel to make the connection or the flow better. Yeah. Can you give the prices of the system and the training? Oh, it's my pleasure. So please bear with 1 second. 1 second. I'm showing you here my email, which I like to send out to clients. I open that email, and then I will track the content of that PDF. I will see here, and then in 1 second you should see our winter sales prices, and I will show you that there are indeed also separate versions. separate versions of our time ever frequency machine. Like separate means where you only have Magmakin or where you only have the holistic approach. But I want to show you that the combination is the best price. Like, for example, you see on the left side, time ever frequency Magmakin, standalone 10,000. Time ever frequency only the holistic software, like what I showed you in the end, the systemic application, and then those together. And all systems come with training and support and updates for 3 years included. So you have here a Magmakin Academy, here you have our Time Ever Academy and personal training. And here you have the Magmakin core webinar in very nice videos and also a personal training. And yeah, that's all included in that system. So if you're interested, you want a personal offer or you want to see the system again in more detail on our website, you can register for a personal Zoom demonstration. We can just connect and talk over Zoom, or you can get a personal quote if you like. So now we have the winter sale before Christmas and you get a 20% discount on the big device. So you see here the difference is around 1,000 euros. So I would definitely go for the complete version. Can you share brochure of Time Ever Magmakin? Dr. Rakesh, I will send you over email. Yes, I will send you over email. I'm using Time Ever. I've received good benefits in the past. I would like to understand more details. Is there a detailed manual to help make it even better? If you use Time Ever, I can send you Time Ever. We have two devices, Time Ever Pro and Time Ever Frequency. We have for both devices a manual which I'm happy to share. I'm happy to share. Whoever likes it, yeah, I can send you over email. We have a sales team and support team. If you have any questions, our email is sales@timeever.com. That's our dear Michael, who is a little bit suffering in the moment, but it will get better. And then we have Steffen and myself. So we are ready to help you, serve you, whatever question you have, sales@timeever.com. So if somebody likes the manual, please just write me. Can you send us this PDF with the winter offer because the resolution of the picture is not so good? Oh my God, I think there is one problem with the internet. Yes, I will download files, add new file. Give me 1 second. Upload. I'm just uploading the file and you can download the file in a second, okay? So there was some mistake, something happened. Some mistake with the internet. I had a VPN. Maybe the VPN just said your internet is blocked. I don't know why that. So yeah, this is a little bit slow in the moment, but it should be there soon. Yeah, I'm sorry for that. I apologize for this connection issue. Maybe I should turn off this VPN. Yeah, I have to do it. This is not good. So I'm sharing now, and you should see some file to download on your bar of the webinar. Then you have the winter sales PDF, and yeah. So now I get again a message from the. Anyway, so I thank you very much for coming. Thank you for your interest in our Time Ever Frequency holistic wellness application and Magmakin application. I hope this was interesting. If there are any open questions, please write us sales@timeever.com. If you like more deep knowledge, go to the books of Dr. Magmakin. Check out the books of Dr. Magmakin. That's very interesting. If you like to have some of the studies behind this frequency microcurrent application, please write us. I have a folder with different studies which are behind the protocols. We have some other general case studies about this frequency application. So yeah, different studies. Please write us, and wherever you are, I wish you good day, good night. Anyway, all the best, and thank you very much. Bye.